listening to the Contraratics podcast, pushing back against the insanity of this world with arguments that may or may not work. And here's your hosts, Josh the Gun Nerd and Ian the Beer Nut.
Cracking one open on this late evening, maybe not even noon yet.
Hey, don't give away our secrets.
Hey, I just said maybe.
Right.
Yeah,
That's true. I mean, because it is 5 o'clock somewhere.
it is.
And what we're pouring is 10 Fiddy, which is just, I mean, I hope they never screw it up because it is just one of the best.
Man, it's so dark looking. It's
It's
amazing.
just like, you just know that they do it right.
Is
you
this
know,
a special one? Because this looks like a different can.
It does. The can does look different, but I don't. It doesn't say, with anything added, or maybe they just changed the can. But it's Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels, just straight up. And it's their.
Oh, man.
I mean, they've been producing it for decades, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how long exactly, but it's kind of a cool can art. Just kind of a real dark.
It is one of the best smelling beers. My goodness. Man, I really feel like I've had this out of a different can. They have this the Imperial that's out of a golden black one. And okay, this is just I don't think I've had their barrel aged one, so this is going to be a treat.
Yeah, and I just looked it up to remind myself, and they have tap rooms and breweries in Brevard, North Carolina, and Longmont, Colorado. So,
Is it? I wonder if Brevard is like Florida, where it's Brevard.
yeah, I don't know. I lived in North Carolina, but I don't remember.
Was part of that.
Brevard.
Yeah. This is delicious. I
mean, I haven't even taken a sip yet, but just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's got chocolate cake vibes.
Yep.
With maybe a hint of coffee.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think there's any coconut in it, but it's kind of coconutty.
Yeah, I could see how
Yeah.
it's got that.
Man, I'm gonna have to go back and find some more of these because
Yeah,
I probably haven't had one of these in 10 years.
I
but
don't see them regularly.
Yeah.
Both the ones today I saw at Josh's
Okay.
Taps and Caps in Snohomish,
Yeah.
right off Bickford.
Mama's Little Yellow Pills, Old Chub. Those are.
Yeah, Old Chub is good Scotch ale.
Yeah. I've had Dale's just because I would try it because it's from them, but I don't remember anything about it. But
So there is it looks like just the standard 10 Fiddy is just their Imperial Stout, non-barrel aged, and then their this is the barrel aged 10 Fiddy.
Okay.
Which I think I've had both.
Yeah. I haven't had the barrel, but that the other one I have.
Okay, yeah. It's just like makes it more awesomer.
Yeah,
Adds another 2% to it, looks like.
for sure, and tons of flavor.
Yeah.
That I am always on the lookout for dark beers, so it's a good reminder to just keep my eye out for that one.
Well, yeah, and one that I'm excited about every year, and RJ, if he's
I was going to bring it up.
does the same that he usually does, he'll release what is it called? It's a black IPA.
Okay, I was thinking of something different.
Weeby Kings next week on Black Friday. I think they release it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the one that's in the Nochino barrels.
No, well,
What's in the Nochino barrels?
I don't know.
Those.
I don't know what he stuck in a barrel this year. I mean,
Yeah,
he has different rotations of
I'm trying to remember.
'Cause-
Got a little sample of it when we were there last time.
Okay.
Which excites me because I like anything coming out of Skip Rock, and these are Skip Rock's Nochino barrels. So,
Is it Christie's Fractured Ale or?
Man, I don't know.
Okay. Because he has a different rotation of what what is barrel aging, stuff like that. But there's just so few places that actually produce a black IPA.
Yeah.
That to have a dark malts but a super hoppy profile is pretty rare.
Oh man, this is so good. I remember with Oskar Blues back during the good beer only comes out of glass days. They actually kind of pushed the putting craft beer in cans thing.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I think they would open up their canning process to I think home brewers like once a month or something like that, and you could bring in a keg of your home brew and they'd can it for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I thought, man, that's a great idea. And this is when like nobody had access. Small breweries didn't have access to any kind of canning whatsoever.
Right.
So it was really cool that you could bring in your home brew and get it canned.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to like the story of how Sierra Nevada Brewery started, and I mean, he basically, it was back in the 80s maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
And he took a bottling line that was designed for soda pop and converted it to use for beer, which I imagine the process isn't too different, but like I imagine you have way more. Obviously you have a fermented product, so I don't know if that changes how you what materials are used or whatever, but yeah, there was nothing then. Like nothing in the industry was geared for that stuff.
Yep.
And then when canning came along, canning wasn't. It was basically only for the big, cheap beer. That
you just if you wanted a good beer, you didn't buy anything in a can.
No,
like I remember you
you
didn't even look at it.
Yeah,
like
you
it was
didn't
always
consider
glass. Yeah,
right. And I do think there's something about like, we have some cans up here that we save just for fun, but it feels more substantial to save a bottle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And even it's a pain in the butt, but there is something unique to the wax thing around the cap.
Yep. Yeah.
I think there's ways that they could maybe make it like embed some sort of a
tear
floss
off.
or something,
Tear
off thing that helps you get it off
Yeah,
easier.
if they whenever they do that, like I think that that Fremont one that somebody paid a lot for,
right?
That one typically has a good tear off for it, but there's something satisfying about it, and also it just you're not. I've literally had, and I know you have too, where there's ones where you peel the cap off, but there's just all this wax. It's just all around, and you're like getting the wax in your drink.
I know.
Everything.
And it's like, hey, this is cool and all, but maybe we can make this better.
Yep, totally.
But yeah, so we open the show with 10 hot minutes of beer talk.
10 Fiddy minutes.
That's right. But yeah, there's, it is, that's why it's different than soda pop. It's like, it's fun to go to like an old soda shop or something, combine different flavors and stuff, but there's not like, there's so much process that goes in to get this 12 ounces
a lot of
delivered
craft.
to us.
Yeah. And you can take, a lot of these guys, like even in our area, a lot of people are buying from like Skagit Malt or something like that. And yet you can get such a different thing from, Skip Rock and Woodinville, or Woodinville's getting theirs from somewhere different, but, from Skip Rock or Bad Dog or, any of the other guys around here.
Yeah.
A couple of ones I'm thinking of are like, oh, they're closed now. That's right. But
the industry is changing.
Yeah.
But we were talking about just some things that have just as we approach Thanksgiving, and we really enjoy obviously people enjoy feasting like that. I think that is a thing that God put into people to enjoy. But, as we talked about last year, I think we kind of themed our episode around who are you giving thanks to, and the unique ability for believers to actually be giving thanks to God, the creator of the universe, the sustainer of all things, rather than just to what? Inanimate nothingness.
Yeah,
or
shooting thankfulness at this guy.
Right. Yeah, it's really just, at that point, it's just a exercise.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a exercise in futility, but as we were thinking about what maybe to theme this Thanksgiving. This is our Thanksgiving episode. Whether or not it airs exactly on, I control that, so I should do that. But
whether life happens,
right? But in just thinking about like feasting and how it is the 80-20 principle often applies in various groups of people where 80% of the work is done by 20% of people. And I can't remember exactly what Sean mentioned it in a sermon recently, and I can't remember exactly what it was called, but he called it the something principle, because it was what was it? Pareto principle.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember hearing that term.
Yeah, I think it was the guy's last name, but
as it often is.
Right. But anyway, just how, like, not from a stance of, wow, I wish more people would, like, not from a complaining standpoint, saying, I wish people
from
would
the
just...
healthy standpoint, like, if more, could you imagine if 20% of your body was doing 80% of the work?
Right.
That never works. Like
skipping leg day.
Yeah. I've skipped a few, but
right. But if a guy only works bench,
yeah.
And doesn't do anything else,
yeah.
It's like you got a big chest and nothing else,
and stork legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want everything to be firing on all cylinders. You think of, for me, my back, like, it's probably more than 20% of my back that's doing the work, but it feels like it's 20% of it sometimes. And you think about, I don't remember how many vertebrae we have, but you got 80, 20. Yeah, you got a couple of them. You want more than 20% of them to be holding your body up.
Well, yeah. So you look at it from the, like the healthiness of the corporate body standpoint, where, it is a healthier body, I think, when more people are finding their own way to contribute. You can't all contribute in the same way, or that's not healthy.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be, there's going to be a lot of things dropped.
Yeah, you're going to be one arm, doing all the lifting.
Right. But then
I used to use a floor buffer. Worked for a carpet cleaning company and had a 120-pound buffer, and I literally. It was always easier to go down a hallway holding the heavy part with my right hand, and eventually, after 3 years of doing that, my right bicep would not fit through some shirts that my left one would.
That's funny.
So,
yeah.
It's actually not healthy, and it actually created more back problems too because it was always on that side. But like it's not just for the health of the one person that's trying to move from the 80% to the 20%. It is for the health of the 100% that the 80 are contributing.
Well, right, but yeah, and I was going to say the opposite, where it is healthier as a corporate body when more people are contributing, and then also for that one individual pushing themselves to get closer to that, to being in the 20%, where they're like, hey, this is uncomfortable. Hey, if you've always resigned yourself by saying, hey, I'm just not good at blank. Yeah. It's like, okay, well, that's fine to start there, but maybe there's a way you can get better, and considering what ways that might be. And I don't know, asking, hey, what's that recipe that you use when you always make that thing? If it's a lady to another lady, or because guys definitely can't make anything. No, I'm just kidding.
Guys don't use recipes.
Asking another dude, like, hey, I know you smoke meats all the time. Like, what? Yeah.
That's a big one. Learning from Grant Weinberg. Like, man, I have used a smoker since I was 15 years old and have not been anywhere near good with it until like the last 5 years, learning from him. I'm like, okay, he got into it. He does it well. And I'm like, oh, temperature matters. Oh, time matters.
Right.
All those things.
Because feeding big groups of people, I mean, usually the protein is a big element. And if you, as the husband, can contribute the protein, and you're like, hey, if you can just get some salads or like get a salad and some bread together, hey, we got a meal. Yeah. Boom. Totally. Especially if, maybe your wife is more hesitant to get a big thing together. It's like, hey, I got this part. Yeah. And then that's the nice thing when you are serving big groups, it can more easily, not exclusively, but it can more easily fall into the manly category of prepping food. Mm-hmm. You got a smoker, a grill, a Blackstone or whatever. That's really easy to make lots of food for a big group. Yeah. And we're not even doing the slaughtering. That's definitely a manly part. That's where we need to move from that 80 to the 20. Speaking of which, if anybody wants duck for Thanksgiving or Christmas, I have a couple that I want to get rid of. So
I might take you up on that.
They're males, and they're raping their way through my chicken coop, and I have no use for them. So
I might take you up on that. Just for the experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've been told that because I've done chickens before, but I've never processed a duck. I've been told it's pretty. Their anatomy is very similar. Yeah. It's just.
I'm gonna say yes to that, and that because I want to do something different. So that'd be kind of fun.
All right.
Cool.
Sold.
Right on.
But yeah, I got the ducks this summer, hoping that at least one would be a female, and
I love I like the adventures that you guys have in the bird world of things, and we get eggs from you every Sunday. Yeah. And hearing all the stories that come from it, and that you guys aren't doing it just for yourselves, like that cracks me up. That you guys like, hey, people need eggs, so. We're gonna get eggs for people.
Yeah, right.
It's funny, and it's been a blessing, and it's like one of those things that you are doing really well at, and also like there's most of our people know Ian, but there might be a few out there that don't, and if you just met him, you would think that he doesn't care about a whole lot of stuff, but he actually cares a lot more than he'd want to let you know. Like there's actually 80% of him that cares, but there's the 20% that is like that shell that goes around the M&M. Yeah. And so there's a lot of chocolate caring in there.
And these are questions that I ask myself. Why do I not want people to know that I care so bad? And it's not even a proactive thing. I'm just like, I don't know. There's
RBF. Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's
it's a thing.
It's a thing, and it's typically referred to females. But if there was a masculine RBF, Ian wears that well. And so it's just,
I've told you before. I look at video of myself and I'm like, no, I was smiling there. I swear it. I know I was.
Yeah, I was smiling in my heart.
Yes. No, but I remember my cheeks curling or something. My lips. We're doing something unique.
Hidden underneath that beard that is a substantial beard, and yet is 20% of the beard that his younger brother has.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
If but you think everybody.
Yeah.
I've got 20% of your beard. You've got 20% of your brother's beard.
He looks Arab when he grows it all the way out.
Yep. Yeah.
It'll go almost up to his eyeballs.
He's got a shave under his eyelids.
Yeah.
But I'm dead serious and laughing my head off that it cracks me up how much you love your birds. Uh-huh. And it is not like if somebody just met you and they were a bird person and they talked to you about birds and like you guys were having your bird talk together, it would be hilarious to just be just down the hall and hearing that conversation because you have a lot to say. But then you're like, here's your damn eggs. So it just cracks me up that there's a passion there that you have, and I don't know what drives it. I know what drives it, but I also am like, does he have like a secret thing for the aviary life, or does he really like eggs, or is it?
No, I don't know. I think it is. Just like I mean, some guys, other than just liking to eat meat, they don't know why they like smoking so much meat.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, like you learn to take care of a thing, and it's like, hey, I wonder if I could have more of these.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a
How
guy
can I do this better?
starts with 2 apple trees and like, I bet I could have a whole orchard. You
Yeah.
know, or like, and I don't know.
It's some sort of tism.
Right. Yeah, on the spectrum somewhere.
Yeah.
We were talking pre-show about like how I doubt chickens existed for very long, at least, in their present form without direct human intervention.
Yeah, I mean, like if Adam and Eve, pushed it out to 1 or 2 weeks before, sinning,
Yeah.
then it was
No more chicken.
It was the day after the chicken got attacked by something.
Seriously. I mean, they are, especially when they sleep at night, you could be wearing a cowbell and walk up to them and,
they have
and
no
just
idea.
grab them.
Well, and it's interesting too. Like I've had very little chicken interaction in my life compared to you, but it is interesting. Like what are the chickens that are like raised in like a month and then they're ready to eat. The
Cornish cross.
Like they have like turkey-sized feet, and they get so big that they can't stand up, and so you actually have to slaughter them before they get to that point, and then they're like the most worthless bird for being a bird.
Right.
like an ostrich, can at least hold itself up even though it can't fly. These guys can't hold themselves up or fly.
Their legs are just propping them up to die.
Yeah, they need to be turkey sized so that there's at least a counterweight. To hold them up.
Yeah, and they are frustratingly difficult to keep alive sometimes. It's like
because won't they like fall into their water and drown?
I mean, when they're if you have an open basin of water and when they're really young, like chicks, they could, but no, they shouldn't.
Yeah, once they get big enough.
Yeah, once they get big enough.
Yeah,
bigger enough. But yeah, they produce a lot of poop, and they,
it's kind of like children.
It's yes. It's its own thing.
You don't necessarily. You don't scatter the food out for your kindergartner, but the kindergartner will literally like find a gummy bear under the seat and eat it 6 months after they lost it. So.
Yummy. Yeah. But we also have a Fremont beer here, which their politics aside, I like their beer.
Yeah. They're a hard beer to resist. We talk about the Dark Star.
I do appreciate that, it doesn't say like Mexican and gay owned, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that was on a beer recently that I looked at.
Gay Mexican beer.
Right. But this is a...
Oh, man, that's dark.
Barrel-aged Cuvee. So I think Cuvee just means a mix. Like it's
I've had a Cuvee, but I can't think of
it's more from the wine world, I think.
Okay.
Is how they use that term. But I think it just literally means a mixture of different, in this case, ales. So
okay.
I think I don't know if it's different.
So they mix them post-fermentation?
I think so. Let's see.
Oh man,
is there no story on this? Give me give me some.
What's it called?
Hazelnut and vanilla, barrel aged Cuvee, 2025. So it doesn't give any information. Usually they have like an overly poetic like story about it, like how it should be, just taking you into a different element, and
it does. Beer does.
Yeah. So initially on the nose, I'm not getting. Okay, I'm getting some vanilla, maybe some hazelnut, but it's kind of hidden in there a little bit. But yeah, Fremont, I think they have multiple locations down in Seattle.
Do they?
I thought they had a couple of different tap rooms, but obviously their main.
The last time I was down there was when my oldest was probably still in diapers.
Okay.
I really enjoyed Fremont because we used to go down there. We've been there a handful of times early on, and it was a great tap room. This is let's see, they pours a very dark mahogany brown, appearing opaque in the glass with a 2-fingered dark khaki head with great retention and solid lacing. I'll agree with whatever that is.
Dark khaki head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aroma of dark toasted malt right off the nose for sure. Coconut, which I'm not picking up on this one. Coca, which I am. Latte coffee.
Yeah.
Which I totally get.
Yeah, latte, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Gosh, that first one was so amazing. This is really good. I mean, I'm not even tasting it yet. I'm just snorting it.
Right.
Oh, man.
Did you see that? Yeah, it's interesting. It's a way more...
Holy smokes. That's a beer made for me right there.
Way more floral than I was thinking.
Oh my goodness. It says coconut is the dominant flavor, but I got more coconut off the other one. Man, oh man.
No, way. I mean, I feel like the vanilla is way more prominent once you take a sip than on the nose.
Oh my goodness. This is reason for Thanksgiving right here. Wow. It says not much barrel character, and I would agree with that. But it's definitely. I'm looking at Beer Advocate.
Okay.
Here for my notes.
Yeah.
And this was so. Sometimes you'll get, apparently this is one that they've done a few times. This is from back in March. So sometimes you'll get different flavors if it's something that they'll do as a seasonal. But what they're describing here is actually very similar to what I'm getting out of it.
Yeah, they say it has 2-row pale, roast barley, Crystal 60. This is just all the ingredients. Rolled oats with Willamette, Columbus, Cascade, Chinook hops with hazelnut and vanilla. It says 11.8, which it doesn't drink like 11.8. It's very smooth.
It doesn't.
I mean, it's like, it is almost like drinking a cold latte. Like,
it really is. Like, this is something that I feel like I could top off my glass all day long and drink this. This is really, it's very rich.
If you want to see Josh on his face, on his lips.
No, nobody wants to see that. But this is really like a very
okay.
To go back in the Wayback Machine of words, this is very approachable as far as like a barrel aged.
Unlike me, you're saying?
Yeah, unlike you and your damn eggs.
And my chickens.
But it is. It's not overpowering. Like, if you're not somebody that likes a barrel aged beer, but you do enjoy a dark beer, would you agree this would be like a really easy one to get into? It's viscous enough to be enjoyable from somebody that really likes the dark beers, but it's not the kind that you can put a spoon in and it'll stand up.
Yeah, I have a hard time understanding people that don't like beer, and my wife is one of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, this tastes so much like, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like pineapple or something. I'm like, taste this. And she's like, tastes like beer. I'm like, well, yes, that's
Understand me, wife. Understand me.
I just want to be understood. That's all I want.
Yep. Karen and I can sit down and, she doesn't like barrel aged. She might like this one. But whiskey's one she doesn't understand. So
okay. Yeah. Yeah. But she has found that she likes sours. So that's kind of cool.
Okay. And that's one that Karen and I will definitely split a sour all day. Like we really can get together on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really fun sours, with the whole Claim 32 and all those. Because Garnett and I were talking about that the other night, just about how back in the day with, Cascade had their sour program. What was it? Cascade what? I don't remember. They had some name. Like, it wasn't just Brewery. It's like a highfalutin sour name. But how everything came in 750 bottles,
Yeah.
and with a cork and all the pomp and circumstance, and now I guess it is Cascade Brewing. But now it's like in a can. It's like it's just not what it used to. Like, sour ale was like this protected thing that was,
and it was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I remember, like, because I like sour things, and so I don't know, the first. This might show how stupid I am, but like the first 10 sours I had, I'm like, why do I have this again? Why do I have this again? Like, they weren't sour. It tasted like fruit that had gone bad, and then they'd mixed it with beer.
Okay, well, the reason you haven't seen anything from Cascade is because they closed. It's said this is from last year, and they shut down. The 25-year-old Cascade Brewing Company has officially shuttered, ceasing all operations on Monday, June 17th, of 2024. Which is crazy because they were like the premier sour ale distributor in the Northwest. I mean, they kind of had, like we've talked about, they kind of had the 90s-ish branding look.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you remember their that type of?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That second one in on the picture there. I've seen that one.
Yeah, just kind of like, I mean, looked a little word artish, on their art.
Yeah.
And probably wasn't like really progressing with the times. Because I think was it out of Oregon?
Yeah, it is out of Oregon,
okay.
Out of Portland. Man, I know we've opined about this many times, but the heyday of brewing, distilling. Like, I looked up a distillery down in Portland that I was like, man, I literally would drive down to Portland for it. But like the heyday of just going to those places and like talking with the owners and it being like a very intimate kind of a setting, like you were talking with a person that had their heart and soul in it, whether it's brewing or distilling, and that's kind of fallen by the wayside. You know.
Well, when we visited in Woodinville,
exactly, yeah. Black Raven.
Black Raven.
Yeah.
And Black Raven, like in my mind, I'm still going back to the original location.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird industrial place.
Yep.
And, we go in there and it's just, I mean, there's kind of a industrial vibe to it, but it's got like arcades and stuff and you're like, okay. But then you can go out in the sitting area in the production brewery and it's just like, you've walked into like, it might as well be like a Boeing industrial.
It really had that feel to it.
Just people milling about, no one talking, just doing their thing.
Looking at a tablet that was controlling, everything in the room.
Temperatures and brewing cycle and stuff. Like, it's just very much, when you get to that size, it's just like, hey, we're cranking out a thing.
And I'm happy that there's success there. But man, it's a lot of, like, I mean, that's I think one of the beautiful things about going to Five Rights is, we were there on Saturday, and you go in, RJ's running the counter. We go sit down, both RJ and Christy, and we're not special. Like, just because we know them, they come up to all the tables all the time, and they're always saying hi, and just the best people. And I mean, we'll try. Karen and I will try to go to a different brewery, and it'll be, gay Mexican, brewery, or it'll be like, gay Snohomishian brewery or whatever. Right. And it's just like, we don't care what you do in bed. Like, I mean, we do, but also we don't like.
What do you like? Are you making a good thing?
Yeah, exactly.
And it turns out typically those that are aligned with the creator of the universe and how he set things up actually make the best things.
They really
typically.
do. Yeah, like you get somebody that's just like, hey, I if you have to bring up your sexual preference to talk about what
you
you're
should
doing,
buy my thing because I'm.
Then I
I
don't like. I actually, I mean, I might pay attention to somebody that's like, hey, I'm a baker and I like carrying a gun, but like it's freaking not relevant.
Yeah,
if
if
you
you're
being a baker, like,
if your bread tastes like gunpowder, then I probably don't want it.
Exactly. Yeah. If you could ignite it, then I don't want your stinking bread.
Right.
Like I just, it doesn't need to be on your bio. You know what you do in your bedroom.
I hope the beer doesn't taste gay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what that tastes like, but
like I didn't look. I don't look at like, you know, Five Rights and go like, you know, hetero brewery.
right.
It doesn't matter to the brewery, and so if you have to tell me, you know, weird things about yourself to get me to come in there, then I don't give a damn. Like
well, but a lot of people do, and they will buy a lot of stupid things in the name of fighting climate change or, you know, fighting for. I mean, you see the not even buying stuff, but like doing crazy things in the name of quote unquote protecting. Illegal aliens, you know, like people doing crazy things with their vehicles.
Yep.
You know, like I just saw another one from, North Carolina, the Charlotte area has really been hit with ICE raids. And did you hear like 30,000 students didn't show up to the school?
I'm an active non-participant in news. Like I get a little bit from the socials, but I just try to gloss over.
Well, I think it was not the B. But, you know, they're talking about how 30,000 students didn't show up in the primary school district of Charlotte. And like, maybe there's something connected there.
So they
were saying like, hey, maybe the schools aren't underfunded. Maybe they're just filled with illegals, you know, like.
Yeah, so people not paying taxes or you know, whatever. But that's really funny.
Yeah, but then I saw a video of somebody like they stepped on the gas. They it looked like they were just driving down the street. They noticed that a raid or a arrest or something was happening with obviously ICE agents because they had the face covers and they had the unmarked vehicles and stuff. And so then they start yelling like stupid stuff, like, "Oh, you think you're so tough?" You know, like just stupid, obnoxious stuff. Something a 14-year-old might say.
Yeah.
But then they like step on the gas. And like they're gonna ram them, and then a guy, like one of the guys, pulls out his weapon. I don't know if it was. I'm assuming it was lethal. I don't think it's crowd control beanbags or anything like that. But then he's like, "Oh, you think you're tough? Okay, yeah, go ahead and shoot me. You know, it's like,
gosh. And
then he eventually backs up and goes out of there. But like people doing stupid stuff in the name of virtue signaling, whether it's with their money, whether it's with their vehicles. You know, and not actually thinking that thing all the way down. Yeah. It's like asking for the minimum wage to be raised so we can afford a house. It's like, well, that's going to have negative implications. Yeah. You know, that's not how that works.
You can't afford a house.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't get us worked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, in spite of all of the frustrating things with the society and you know, all that, there is a lot to be thankful for, and I think
there really is. I mean, and this beer demonstrates it because this is knocking it out of the park, and this means that even gay Fremont Brewing can make an amazing beer. Like this is
because I think they were one of the ones that came out with that thing. It was like a year ago or something with. I think it was platforming based on Trump's tariffs, saying, "Hey, Canadians, come in and you can pay less."
Oh my gosh!
Basically, to compensate for the discrepancy. And it's like, knock yourself out of the park. If you want to sell your thing less to Canadians, then I mean, that tells you don't care that much about your.
I'm going to come in and identify as a Canadian,
right. But also, it's just like, okay, what do you actually care about? Like, what we want is people that actually care. Like, they obviously care about the product because this is great.
This is,
but and yes, we do want
they
business
don't
owners.
have a reason to make it great. Mm-hmm. Like I mean,
but we want people that actually know the reason why they're making it because God created it all, and they want to make it awesome, and they want to bless other people. Yeah. But these people want to almost weaponize it as a thing to, for nefarious means. Yeah. But I'm
gonna find this beer. You say this is at Josh's?
Yeah, that was at Josh's. But yeah, there is like you said, there's so much to be thankful for, even as we're sitting here enjoying this. I mean, if you ever get to the point where you're just despairing of things and you can't really, like, you can't put your finger on something that you can be thankful for. There's so many areas to look to just in nature, in your life, you're living still. Like there's,
I've not had a hard life, but I've had a few hard times, and I cannot fathom. And again, like, man, people have had really bad times in their life, but I just cannot fathom a time where I cannot see God's goodness. Even in the hardest of times, like I cannot imagine going, is there really a God? I can't, because we can't actually understand how much. I mean, like, God can stop our hearts in a second. He can close our lungs off in a second, and and there's people that are like, man, I wish He would. Like, there's people that are at their end where they can't see a reason to live, and I understand that, but when you think about it, like, God is letting you live. God is letting you experience the hard things, and that's when it's time to turn to Him. That's when it's time to not run away from Him. And so if you can only just remember to turn to Him and be thankful, it takes care of, plug your ears. But things are shitty sometimes. And if you don't turn to God in those shitty times, then it can only get worse, and there's not a reason for that. You need to be able to depend on God, that there's a reason for what you're. I mean, that's the fantastic thing about being a Christian. Right now, there's Nigerians that are getting slaughtered, Christian Nigerians that are getting slaughtered, and when they are dead and they get to heaven, they're not going there questioning why God allowed them to be slaughtered. They arrive at heaven's gates knowing that there was a purpose for that. We see that through history. We see that through everything. So, like, right now, if you're not being slaughtered, you've got even more reason for thanks. And there's a lot of that Christianese churchiness that's like, well, we shouldn't just have thanks in one time of the year, or it shouldn't just be. No, I really think that our thankfulness for what we have overflows, in particular on Thanksgiving Day, where we have a reason for that thankfulness in celebration, and spending time with the people that we love, even if it's not always the time where we get along with everybody that we love.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that pointed at anybody I'm spending times with, but yeah, like, this is the accumulation of Thanksgiving throughout the year that overflows in our feasting and taking part of that, whether we're the 80 or the 20. I think that we need to fight against the despair that's out there in this world. We need to fight against our own, just not understanding our place in this time. I like there is just so much to be thankful for at any point in your life that honoring God this time of year should just be that penultimate expression of the thankfulness we have.
Big word.
I
agree, and I guess just connecting that, like being thankful and actually living it out is such a critical thing for because one of the biggest arguments against Christianity that unbelievers would use is you're just a bunch of hypocrites. And so give them no reason. Give them no reason for leveling that claim. Like say, just own it when you don't live up to it, and and people, if they're being honest, will respect that. Yeah. But don't act pretentious. Be
Laugh
generous.
At yourself.
Be generous with your neighbors. Can you bring over? It might be awkward walking up with a pie to your neighbor's house unexpected, but honestly, how long is that awkwardness going to last? Unless they're really, really grumpy, which, I know Grant and Becca have some really stubbornly
on the spectrum
angry people.
Too.
But I mean, I don't know, if you're not brave enough to do it, send your kids. That's what I always say.
Oh man. Well, right now, I've got one of my favorite neighbors of all time living next to us. Her husband passed away just over a year ago, and she's missing him this time of year. And Karen and the kids went over and visited just a week or two ago. The day that the anniversary was passing, they went and visited him, and she needed it. We've had her over for dinner once. She came over and we said, hey, why don't you need to join us, and she hung out, and it's really good. You can be a blessing to people in all kinds of different ways at different times of the year, but just paying attention to people that most people don't pay attention, especially in the Seattle freeze area. People don't pay attention to their neighbors. So just showing that you are mindful of them is a huge blessing.
Yeah. So find your way to lean in. Find your way to be a blessing to others. To show that gratitude that you say that you have, or that you have a reason for.
Yep.
And sure, maybe you go through the rhythm of the normal Thanksgiving things, but you make extra effort to show gratitude to one another, to give, just give. Why are you so? Whatever it is, why are you holding on to it so tightly?
Yeah.
If you enjoy it, maybe somebody else will enjoy it. Food wise, drink wise, especially on that day when you're just sharing abundantly. Make it. I think your kids enjoy that, where it's hey, we don't get this very often, and we're going to be thankful for it. Or we're going to invite people over and we're going to share it with them. Or, what is the area that you can lean in that can make your community better, that can make, that can advance the mission that you're trying to do. Hopefully that is, living a life that is consistent with the gospel, that is consistent with the truths that we hold.
Yeah.
And, wanting to see not only the neighbors you don't know, but the neighbors in your midst, your fellow brethren, advancing in faith and in works and in fruit.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot out there to be thankful for, and to be fruitful in doing, and representing God in a way that glorifies Him with that thankfulness and that gratitude. Absolutely.
And as we enter the Advent season, think of ways that you can be blessing people, that you can, if it's a meal, great. If it's a special thing that somebody likes, a family likes, that they don't usually get, make that a family activity that you can go and bless somebody else with.
That I was just going to throw that out there. Okay, so if you're a successful Advent enjoyer, if you have those things that you do for Advent, I would love to hear your send me or Ian a text or an email or or whatever.
Or
Like,
contraratics@gmail.com.
There we go. Yeah, that's right. We have that.
I know we do have that.
Yeah. I want to talk about that in our next one because I'm kind of a rookie in that. Like Thanksgiving has always been my favorite for as long as I can remember, but I've been a real jerk for Christmas time, and I'm like 3 years out of trying to like get out of that jerky level and trying to figure out Advent and how we do that. So I really want to hear how people celebrate Advent, and we'd like to share some of that maybe next time we podcast. So hit us up with that as soon as you hear this. Because
and I'm working on trying to set up a storefront for our merch. We had a holiday event this last week, and that was fun. Made some T-shirts and some sweatshirts and stuff.
I'm looking forward to buying some of those myself. So
plan on making a hat, a couple of hat designs and things.
Nice.
M81
woodland camouflage hats. Just gonna throw that out there.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are continually in our own life and wherever you need in your life to weld defiance and obedience into one inseparable whole. The tension of life, of trying to obey God first with the loyalties that He prescribes.
Yeah.
And just living boldly, well differentiated, and just walking in faith. So,
Be militant in your Thanksgiving.
there you go. Enjoy and gratitude.
Thanks for listening to the Contraratics. Tune in next time for another dose of guns, beer, and contrarianism.